Am I the jerk for wanting my husband to carpool? Very low stakes situation but needs some perspective. My husband works a government job, and we live in subsidized housing for the workers. He starts work at around 7:45 a.m. and I start at 9 a.m. Our neighbors on both sides work the same job and also live in the housing. When we moved in, I asked my husband if he would consider carpooling as we have one car. He said he prefers not to. So every morning I get up to drive him to work. Many mornings I see neighbors leaving at the same time and I feel annoyed that my husband wouldn't even consider carpooling. I'm not a morning person and would really like to get up a bit later. Am I the jerk or being unreasonable in this situation? He also didn't really give me a good reason as to why he doesn't want to carpool. Am I the jerk for hiring a cleaning service? My girlfriend and I have been arguing about household chores recently. She says I don't contribute enough around the house and I agreed, so I hired a weekly cleaning service, that I'm paying for, because I don't want to spend my weekends cleaning the house. My girlfriend is mad because she says it's a waste of money and I should just help her clean the house. I told her now nobody has to clean, so what's the problem? She says this isn't what she meant and that she wants to see me put effort forth, not just pay someone to make the problem go away. I work very hard at work and I don't want to spend my time off doing shit like cleaning toilets, when I can comfortably afford to pay someone else to do it. Am I the jerk for refusing to take my daughter to a family barbecue because of someone who was also invited? Am I the jerk for refusing to go as well as take my daughter, 1, to a family barbecue, because there was a guy, M25, invited who is currently awaiting sentencing from Crown Court for downloading and looking at indecent images of children, which he pleaded guilty of at magistrates, but was too serious for them to sentence so they referred it to Crown Court. Basically my parents and sisters are angry with me and my husband for refusing to go with our daughter. I have received nasty messages stating I'm cutting off my nose to spite my face, I'm out of order and blowing it all out of proportion. Even though all my husband and I want to do is to keep our daughter safe and away from someone who could potentially cause harm. So am I the jerk? Am I the jerk for turning away my ex after her father died? My M21 ex, 21F, broke up with me 3 years ago, saying her dad wanted her to date and eventually marry someone of his choice. Someone of equal financial status, they're a wealthy family. Her dad died 3 days ago. She told me about it yesterday, saying now she no longer has to worry about him cutting her off. She said she only broke up with me because he threatened to kick her out and not pay for university if she didn't obey him. Now that he is dead, and she's inherited all the money, her mom died years ago, no more problems. She said we can be together now. When I said no, she told me I should at least think about it instead of judging her for how she acted years ago. Update, I called and told her I'll give us a second chance. We're going to the cinema this afternoon. Am I the jerk for offering my cousin to temporarily stay at my place? My cousin has been in a relationship with a Polish woman for 4 years. We as a family are Yemeni and the whole family always told him that we do not accept this relationship. His dad told him if he got her pregnant he'd kick both him and her out. He got her pregnant and hid it from us. She's in the 5th month, an abortion is not an option for both religious and medical reasons. Neither my cousin nor his girlfriend have a permanent place to go. They temporarily live with a friend who I do not know. I am not sure how long they can stay there. The family abolished him. His dad and mother deny him. I feel this is morally wrong, so I offered him to stay at my place until he could find an apartment. He does have the money, it just takes some time to find something. My family tells me it's morally wrong. Am I the jerk for offering him a place to stay? Am I the jerk for hiding my mom's stuff? About 3 months ago, my dad and my mom's husband died. She's been taking it extremely hard, as did me and my brother, but we have to keep it together for our mom. Every day, since then when she's not working for maybe 1 day a week, she is either A, watching TV, B, drinking, C, swimming, D, crying while watching TV for 5 to 10 minutes straight. So, onto the post. She's developed a habit of having like 3 or 4 drinks, then going out to drive to go wherever. So, maybe against our better judgment, if me or my brother see her drinking anything with alcohol, we just take all the car keys off the rack. And lock the pool. I guess alcohol means you can't swim, but whatever. Well, I told my aunt, her sister, about the whole thing, and she said it wasn't a good idea, and told my mom, so great. She took her stuff back after scolding us for a good 15 minutes. Am I the jerk? Am I the jerk for telling my son he needs to finish out the season? It's my 11-year-old's first season playing football and both his older brothers play in high/middle school. He loved the first few weeks of drills and conditioning, but after the first day of pads and hitting drills he said the helmet was uncomfortable, and he hated the mouth guard. His coach had them do all conditioning with the mouth guards in, and he said he had a hard time breathing with it in. My husband and I want him to give it the full season to see if it is something he really does or doesn't want to do. Plus his team is light on numbers, so we feel like he will learn a lesson of really helping his team. So we told him he should stick with for the season, and that both of his brothers found the helmets, mouth guards and hitting uncomfortable at first. Are we jerks for telling him to stick with it? Am I the jerk for holding a grudge at my mom? Hey, I am 18F. Since I was 15 my mom has always accused me for being pregnant and having different relationships with older men. All my life I have never had a relationship, let alone have a conversation with a boy. I have tried proving myself by showing her my messages, my friends and even the people I talk to on a daily basis, but still she still thinks I am lying. When I try to explain to her about my feelings she just disposes them and calls me an ungrateful child. So am I a jerk for holding a grudge against her? Would I be the jerk if I poured water in my mother's car seat? My 17F mother and I usually get along well, but there's this one thing that has been really annoying me. She keeps leaving her water bottle on the passenger seat, where I always sit, and not closing it properly. This causes it to leak, and then my butt gets wet. It's okay in the summer heat, but when it's night and freezing it's really annoying. I have complained multiple times about this to her, and she keeps saying she won't do it next time. So, I feel like maybe the only way to get her to understand is if I do it to her. But other than that she is a good mom, and she is raising me on her own, so it is an ethical dilemma for me. Help please. Am I the jerk for telling my dad that I won't go to Hawaii if I don't get my own room or can't share with my friend? My dad is taking me, M17, and my brothers, 11 and 6, to Hawaii and we're going with my friend and her mom. I asked my dad about the rooms and he said I have to share a room with my 11-year brother Calvin. I said that's not fair because I have to share a bed with a little kid. I said I'm old enough to have my own room or I can share with my friend. My friend and I have known each other since kindergarten. My dad said absolutely not. I said I'm not going, if I am being treated like one of my brothers. I want to hang out with people my age and not be around my brothers all week. Am I the jerk for refusing to let my friend move in after she got evicted? My friend, 25F, and I have been close for years, but lately, her behavior has been all over the place. She got evicted from her apartment because she wasn't paying rent, she was spending her money on other things instead, and she asked if she could move in with me until she got back on her feet. I live in a small one-bedroom apartment, and I really value my space and privacy. Plus, I've seen how irresponsible she's been lately, and I'm worried she'll bring that chaos into my life. I told her I'm not comfortable with her moving in, but I'd help her look for other options. She blew up at me, saying I'm not a real friend and that I'm abandoning her when she needs help the most. Some mutual friends think I'm being too harsh, but I don't want to compromise my own well-being. Am I the jerk for refusing to let her move in? Would I be the jerk if I don't go visit my siblings? My brother, M46, his wife and kids are at my other brethren, M35, for the week. I wasn't made aware of their visit until I got a selfie from them at a bar in a group text last night. Oldest brother lives in the Midwest and is visiting the Southeast. He's staying with my other brother 70 miles away. Now they are saying I should come on and visit, yet no one called or asked me to come anywhere. Would I be the jerk if I just don't show up? This trip clearly took some planning and nobody thought to text or call me. Am I the jerk? I just want counseling for my 6-year-old daughter who has selective mutism. Daughter's dad wants no counseling. Selective mutism is an anxiety disorder. Not just being shy. I figure it is best to help her with any good resources we have at her school. Her dad expects her to just speak. He doesn't understand selective mutism very well, and it's hard for us to talk about it because we have such different ideas. Am I the jerk for not sharing something I bought with my money? I bought a bag of Nutella cookie things for $5 of my money. I brought them back into the house and my older brother asked for one. I said no, because I purchased them with my money with no intention of sharing when I bought them. Keep in mind I'm a minor, and the only money I make is allowance or birthday or Christmas money. Later my mom got mad that I didn't. After asking her why that was wrong, she said, "He asked nicely and you had brought them into the living room where everyone could see them without wanting to share. If you wanted them to be just yours, you should have kept them tucked away in your room." I'm confused now because I'm apparently supposed to either hide anything I want to be just mine, or give someone anything they want as long as they ask nicely. I don't see how I'm in the wrong, so I'll let the internet decide. Am I the jerk for not buying my ex-girlfriend's kids gifts? I dated a girl for around 9 months. She had kids from a previous relationship, but they were mostly with their dad. Anytime they were around me, they just didn't seem interested in me. My GF and I ended up breaking up. I got a text from her a week ago because I didn't send her kids gifts for their birthday. Their birthdays were around 10 days apart. We broke up several months ago, And I haven't seen her kids since.